Megumi Fushiguro is the definition of a potential man. His name has been slandered for squandering his potential despite having one of the strongest techniques in the entire series. But what if we replaced him with another one in? Could prime Derrick Rose tame Mahoraga? That's what I thought to myself. Derrick Rose had a career filled with very high highs and very low lows. But unlike a certain Fushiguro, that never made him give up. What many NBA fans call his prime is in the 2010 to 2011 season, where he averaged 25 points, 7.7 rebounds, and 3.4 assists, leading his team to the league best 62-20 record and the MVP. He is now regarded as one of the most explosive players in the league's history, with many players comparing him to Westbrook, Curry, and D-Wade. But where does this truly scale him in comparison to Mahoraga, and could he really tame him? Derrick Rose is compared to many greats in his career, but one really helps him out in this conversation, that being D-Wade. D-Wade's nickname was the Flash, playing with Shaq, who was Superman in this case, giving D-Rose comparable if not greater feats than that, elevating him to massively faster than light. Another great addition to his kit was his versatility and combat experience. Sure, Sukuna may have grown up in the Heian era, but D-Rose grew up in Inglewood, Chicago, so who's really got more experience here? Also, his bag was exceptionally deep. He could go left and right, had an explosive first step, acrobatic finishing, tight unguardable handles, 3-level scoring which only got better with age. Now the scaling might be a bit out here for this next part, but another player who has a feat who could compare to him is Charles Barkley. Obviously, since they play different positions, Rose would be slightly weaker than Barkley, but he's at least comparable. Charles Barkley once fought against Godzilla in the Dark Horse comic book line and beat him one-on-one. Scaling this to D-Rose, we can say that at his maximum, he is island or small country level in strength, and at minimum, he is large town level. This is also not including any Toon Force shenanigans that other players have been compared to, like LeBron or Michael Jordan during their Space Jam escapades. But would all these feats really be enough to beat and tame Mahoraga? I think so. Mahoraga's greatest strength is his adaptation, and as seen with Sukuna, if you can overwhelm that adaptation, you can win. Look at this highlight from D-Rose here.
Tries to slow him down here, but look at the explosion up top.
What a move by Rose! Oh! Yes, and it counts over Joel Anthony. This was as spectacular a move as you will ever see.
One dunk from him at full power is putting Mahoraga, who barely scales to mountain level in durability, in the dirt. If you need more proof, even if Mahoraga could live and adapt to his explosive power, D-Rose is infinitely faster than him, thanks to scaling to D-Wade, and has better battle experience overall. I think the final nail in the coffin is that D-Rose's playstyle was something that nobody could adapt to. His bag was far too diverse, so even adaptations wouldn't help Mahoraga here. But for a more foregone conclusion, we can scale D-Rose to somebody who actually already beat Mahoraga, that being Shibuya Sukuna, with 15 fingers. There are 5 main categories that we will be comparing D-Rose to here. Strength, speed, durability, and battle IQ and hacks will be kind of combined together. Shibuya Sukuna had a max cap of large city level strength seen with his domain expansion and divine flame used on the divine general. Scaling this to D-Rose, he is either relativistic to Sukuna using a low ball with Barkley's feet, or far surpassing him, giving Rose the edge in strength. Speed is obviously no discussion here. D-Rose far surpasses Sukuna in this department, whereas Sukuna only scales to hypersonic, making the count 2-0. Battle IQ and hacks, however, could go either way. You can either tie them, or give the edge in battle IQ to D-Rose and hacks to Sukuna, whichever way you want to do it. So we'll do battle IQ to D-Rose and hacks to Sukuna given all of his domain and stuff. Unfortunately though, durability would be going to Shibuya Sukuna, knowing how prone to injury Rose was during his career. Highballing Rose here, he either far exceeds or outright stomps Shibuya Sukuna, and lowballing Rose would make him only slightly stronger than the King of Curses, giving him roughly either a 4-1 or 3-2 victory over the King of Curses. In conclusion, do I think D-Rose could tame Mahoraga? Yes, and easily. However, if the two were to team up, do I think they could beat the Heatles in the Western Conference Finals? No. I think Bosch kills Mahoraga in the paint and they still win 4-2 instead of 4-1.
Oh yeah, babe. My whole life is changed since you came in. I knew back then you were